What's up, everybody? I hope you are doing just fine today. I ask that you like and subscribe. Today is the 28th of May, and I have some interesting news. That if you just saw the video that I just put out about Isabel Guzman, that just happened this morning at around 11 o'clock. Now, as time is now 12 o'clock on the 28th. I have got to honestly say that it does not sound good at all. It sounds like really bad news. Okay, here's how I'm going to describe it. Okay, we went through round one, which was the initial round where Carranza had came out and put out the $10,000 Eidl grant for all small businesses as intended in the CARES Act. People start getting it. The bigger company, she starts getting it, and she limits it to $1,000 per employee. So then businesses with only 10 or more employees got that full $10,000. Then you only got, like I say, 1,000 or 2,000, 3,000, whatever your business had in its Schedule C, or whatever your corporation had, maybe just got $1,000. Well, what is happening now is they put out, we'll say the second round was this new one that they had just initiated, and that is we'll call the second round those that were funded with the low-income community map, and you've gotten funded, which is very limited. This community map has no, it hits everybody hard. It hits everybody. So if you got funded during the low-income community map moment, which we'll call the second round, then you did well. You did very good if you got that money, and then the supplemental, which is the other $5,000, if you showed a 50% loss. Now with the new, we're going to call the third round. We're going to call this one the third round, which Guzman is trying to get out quickly now. They're trying to pass up the second round people. If you haven't gotten a loan yet and you applied, you would be out. The second round, ding, 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 it's over. Once they go into the third round, if you've applied and you did not get nothing, ding, 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 it's over for you. That's kind of what they're saying. They're moving on to the next one, and they're taking it into the low-income communities only. So the only way you would get that CARES Act money, that $10,000, if you have applied already and you did not get it, the only way you would get it would be with a new law or a new bill coming up and making that appropriation for you, for them to go back and give it to you as well if you were not located in a low-income community. Because what they're doing is they're trying to keep the low-income community map going for new applications to come in, which is cool. I want as many people to get this as possible. If you have not filed yet for a loan or a grant, a targeted Eidl grant, then file by all means. I want every small business owner out there to get this money. It's available right now only to those in low-income communities. So what is happening, what we're seeing is Guzman came out this morning and just said, hey, yeah, we're looking to enhance and extend the program further on to the next year, into the new season, because what they've done is done. She's saying we've given out very little of this money. They've given out very little of this targeted grant money. I think 1.5 billion out of 40 billion. So there's a lot of money there, and they don't want to give it to all communities. They just want to give it to the low-income communities. And Guzman even said in her interview today, it was a long and boring. I'll tell you, our congressmen are ridiculous. Our congressmen, most of them know absolutely nothing about small business. Nothing. I don't even know how they're sitting in there talking, unless we're into it so much that they don't have enough time to really get into these type of discussions with small businesses. But Guzman was saying, I have to distribute this money as Congress intended it. And she said that a couple times. I've got to distribute this as Congress intends. However, she is changing a few rules, it seems like, in the loan process as far as the money is going, and making it more, giving you the 4 times the amount as previously. She's doing that on her own, so we're wondering how she's doing that. But she can't do this. She keeps on saying that she has the authority rule. Get this. This is the word we need to know. Authority rule. They have the authority rule to go ahead and change that for that. $260 billion that's still left for the Eidl loan program. They have the authority rule to go ahead and change that, but they don't have the authority rule to change the Eidl grant money. So they would have to come up with, like, say, the S513 program or something in that matter. This is where we fall into the problem of if that bill does not come out and they keep it as the low income community, which is pretty much what she's saying is going to happen. We've got to keep that text. She's saying we're keeping that text the way it's written. However, the way it's written, everybody that we've been able to give money to who fall into the eligibility category for that, the S5 for the loan for the $10,000 grant, has gotten it. If you haven't got it because of some one reason or another, as of right now, then you probably will not get that money. You're excluded from getting the $10,000 grant. I do not see a positive sign here. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not. There's nothing for me to gain by sugarcoating this to you and making you feel all fuzzy inside that, yes, this is the one that you're going to get, because this is not the one, apparently. And Guzman said it herself. If you saw the video that I posted earlier, but that one little clip, I watched that the committee hearing this morning. It went on for, I don't know, an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. And that was it. That was all they had talked about and said about the Eidl grant, targeted grant. And it wasn't a lot, but it was right at the very end. I'm glad they mentioned it at all, because if you notice the other hearings that we've been seeing and having lately on the with the SBA, say as yesterday, the one where Yellen didn't even show up, the treasurer. Whenever the word Eidl targeted comes out, everybody gets quiet. You could hear a pin drop. And that's kind of where we stand right now with the Eidl grant. And I know that everybody out there is wondering. I'm waiting for a call right now from my attorney. To talk about this class action suit, about this Eidl map as it is here in Florida. And I know that there's others that have emailed me about the class action suits that are going on in other states as well, that I can't go into the details, and they haven't gone into the details with me about it, as I don't go into the details with this one to you yet. It's got to be by the book. Everything's got to be cut and dry. So we're hoping that this can go through. And I know that we may have to take this final step to these Eidl grant class action suit. Now, if this does go through, I want you to know that if your name is on this class action suit, what would probably happen is if they came out with a new $10,000 grant program that would alleviate the lawsuit, that would somehow swing it to another program saying, okay, those that are on the class action suit are going to get this money, are going to be eligible for this one here, even though you were not eligible for this one here due to the map. So with that said, I would just want to say that we got to be careful of how we go about this. And when this complaint does go to a judge, and if it is certified by the judge and they receive it and say, yes, we see something valid here, we're going to move forward with it, then if your name is on that complaint at the time, then you may not be eligible for the new targeted Eidl advance that may come forth in the future. There's a lot more to this than just saying, okay, yeah, let's go ahead and throw out a lawsuit. So that is usually what's taking the time, is getting all the details straightened out with that area. But just to let you know, wheels are in motion. Things are happening here in Louisiana, in Pennsylvania, in Texas, in New York. I'm just saying that I want to thank everybody out there for who has hung in and all the information that they have given me via emails and other avenues that we are going through right now to get information fed to one another. And I just encourage you, my prayers are for all you small businesses out there to receive this $10,000 Eidl grant as intended in the CARES Act, and not have any kind of discrimination or racism at all brought into the SBA or through any administration. It's not good in politics. It's not good in families. So any kind of discrimination, you all out there, any kind of discrimination at all, in any way, shape, or form, is wrong. And we gotta hold our government to that. I hold my kids accountable to that. I hold my kids that are 4 years old and up right now to 20. So I'm just saying, we won't take it here as a people, as a United States of America, not divided. So I just want to encourage everybody out there saying we are working on this for you. We are going to get this $10,000 grant one way, shape, or form. And we're going to keep fighting. Let's just say, hey, I want my 10K, and we're going to get that 10K sooner or later. And we're going to hold our government accountable and keep them honest in all this. Because if anything comes out of this, if anything at all comes out of this, it's when our government says something to us that we can say, hey, we're holding you accountable, and we're keeping you, we're making you stay honest right now. So that's where we're at with our government. We're keeping you honest. We're not gonna sit back and let you lie to us in a CARES Act or in a new bill, and then try to shade it with other, green screen our lives as small business owners, as Americans. So when you tell us something, government, we ask that you stay truthful with us, because right now is a very tough time in our society, that we have a hard time, especially with the elections going by, and they're saying that was not legal, that was fraudulent election. Okay, the Democrats are claiming it wasn't, and the Republicans are still saying, yeah, we think it was. But the people need to know that we can trust our government. And the CARES Act clearly stated that you all get $10,000 grant. We need to be able to trust our government. Now, one thing they could do is come out and say, okay, wait, yeah, we said that, and it's here in the CARES Act in section S1110. So here, you can trust us. This is for you. This is, boom. Trust us. That would be huge. It would be like an olive branch to the small businesses saying, wow, okay, well, maybe we can trust our government. Because right now, for all of us who have not gotten that grant, or who cannot get that grant due to where we live now, because they're making the eligibility requirements so much harder after what we just went through with COVID, we're saying, no, we can't. We can't trust you. We're still at a loss with trust. We can't trust Schumer. He said he was going to help us. We can't trust Nydia Velázquez or Pelosi or anybody who signed those documents. Ben Cardin. We can't trust you. We couldn't trust our Republicans at the time. We voted them out. They get voted out. So now the Democrats come in and they said, "Oh, you voted them out so that we would be able to fulfill this section of the law that we promised you." And Rosen is out there saying in Congress, I got it on video, everybody's got it on videos, and she's saying, we need to keep that promise that we made to them. And now she's not even saying a word. And I understand there's fraud out there. There's bad in everybody, in all these things. When you get a lot of money, there's going to be fraud. We get that. But don't take it out on the business owners who are not fraud. Don't take it out on me or my subscribers out there who are looking at it. Maybe some of my subscribers are frauds. And and when I get those questions from those people out there that are saying that you can pretty much read it to where they're asking you to give them gray advice, shady advice. No, I discard those people. I'm not going to do that. I'm not about going around the law or this or that for this. I'm here to abide by the law, as we all are here trying to do, but we're here to hold them accountable as well as hold those out there accountable that may have committed fraud. You guys, they deserve to be punished, and I hope they are. But for all of us out there that have struggled and have gone through this together, yes, we deserve our 10K, and we should get our 10K without any kind of great red tape included in that. So yeah, I'm like I said, I'm waiting for a call right now. Hopefully I'll be able to update you guys on this more as the day goes on or as the weekend goes on. You guys, I usually don't get out videos on Saturdays because I have family meetings and church and stuff like that. So when you don't see me out here on Saturdays, it's not that I'm not thinking about you, because I am, and I want to just encourage you guys to stay positive, hold your head up, and let's go after this 10K. We're going to hold our congressmen and representatives accountable as well. So, guys, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I will continue keeping you updated on the most current events as far as the class actions going and as far as what my attorneys tell me. I'll be able to tell you. Thanks again, guys, for watching. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.